Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Welcome back to the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel from the heart of the Deep South in Alabama, near the outskirts of Birmingham. Thank you to all the people that have been watching the channel and leaving comments. I read all the comments, and I really enjoy reading them, and I always also learn a lot from you guys. So thanks for commenting. Today, as promised, doing the Sonny Rollins Freedom Weaver box set review. So we'll be talking about this, and I'll be playing some music from a couple of these records and giving you my reaction to it. I've only listened to the first side of album 1 so far, but I have not listened to the entire thing. A little bit about this though. This has been available only kind of as bootleg, like from I think there was a CD set that I've actually had in my cart on Amazon for a while that was that contained this material, and I had not bought it yet. And I'm a big Sonny Rollins fan, so I'm trying to collect everything that's out there by him. So when I saw that this was coming out, I went ahead and held off on buying that CD set and waited for this. And so this right here was available. I had to buy it online because the local record shop here did not have it. So I think it was $109 that I purchased it for, which I think is around what it goes for. I think it was $99 or something, $100 list. So anyways, I'm pretty happy with this. Resonance Records, wonderful job with the packaging and everything. I'm going to show you the booklet here as I play the records, and let you hear these and talk a little bit about what this is. Nice 56-page booklet with this, so there'll be a lot of pictures and stuff to show you. And I think that this is, this is a 4 LP box. It also comes on a 3 CD set as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is open this up, and I'm also going to be doing a video following this one on the Sonny Rollins Vanguard new Blue Note release, and I will be comparing the sound quality to the regular version, Blue Note version here, reissue. So I'll be talking about that on the next video, different video. So stay tuned for that. I'm a big Sonny Rollins fan, so pretty excited about this. Check out this booklet. This is one of the nicest booklets I think I've seen from Resonance Records on this, and I'll be flipping through this, showing you all these great pictures. This is just fantastic. I haven't even read all of this yet, so looking forward to that. The records come in anti-static sleeves in a nice, thick box. Here are the records, and I'll be dropping on side A. I will play a tune from there. I'll play a tune from another record and talk about this, because the sound quality, I'm assuming, is not going to be consistent throughout this. I mean, I'm sure they took their time and tried to master it to where it gives you a nice listening experience, but these are from several different locations and shows in 1959. Some from Swedish radio. There's some on here from Germany. One from different clubs and so forth. So I'm not expecting it to be an audiophile. Anybody that's expecting these kind of releases to be audiophile releases, I think are kind of misled. They're going to sound very good for what they are, and they do a great job of mastering these, but these are live recordings done in 1959 from several different locations. So you're going to have variation in sound, I'm assuming. So again, I have only listened to side 1, and I think side 1, it starts off with the first track, St. Thomas, from Stockholm, and then it moves on to a different venue, so you can hear it. You can hear the sound quality switch a little bit. So we'll listen to that and talk about it. So let me go ahead and put on the first record, and we'll go from there. So this is what they look like, the label. And these were very clean. Just had to spray them off with water like I usually do. No issues there. Playing it on the Fluence RT85 with the Ortofon Blue with a Shipmoney preamp, going into my Yamaha HS8 speakers here as always. Here's the hype sticker. These are all from 1959. Extensive articles. Great pictures. Great sound, I think, for a live recording. Bassist Henry Grimes on bass. Two different drummers, Pete La Roca. Actually, three drummers on this. Pete La Roca, Clarke and Joe Harris. And you've got, of course, Sonny Rollins and then Henry Grimes. This one from Nayland, Stockholm, March 2nd, 1959. And the next track will be from Stockholm, Sweden on March 4th, 1959. So I'm going to leave that play so you can hear the variation between the two locations, the sound difference. Again, the playing on this is fantastic. Now, the book also has an interview with Rollins himself. And of course, Rollins is one of those guys from this era who we still have with us, who's still alive. So very exciting that he's allowed this to be released like this. And all of us who are Rollins fans are very happy that he's decided to release these. Now, he's very particular. If you read the book Saxophone, Colossus, wonderful book to read, you learn how particular Sonny is about his music, and especially how critical he is of his live material. And I'm glad that he's allowed this to be released, and hopefully can now sit back and appreciate these himself. I hope that when you write your own music or record your own music, and this is just from personal experience, and you go back and listen to what you've recorded, or what, when someone's recorded you playing live out somewhere on video, and you kind of look at it, listen to it, and you're like, I'm not that happy with that performance. I don't really want that to be circulated or whatever. Coming from somebody of this caliber, who in my opinion is, one of the greatest jazz musicians of all time, I can see how you would be critical about what you want released. But these have already been released, and the people who are huge Sonny Rollins fans probably had the CD version or have heard some versions of these. So I think maybe, I'm just guessing, maybe it was a little bit easier for him to go ahead and release these, being that they were going to be remastered and put out in this format for those people that love Sonny. So I'm pretty excited about it, and I think all Sonny Rollins fans should be excited about this. Grab this if you can. Wonderful booklet. All right, so that was St. Thomas. That's at one venue. The next is changing.
Good afternoon, jazz fans. This is Sonny Rollins.
Hear the change.
We'd like to start our jazz program off today with our version of There'll Never Be Another You.
Immediate improvement on sound quality for sure. Let this tune play, then what I'm going to do is skip over to side C, which will take me to another venue. Sounds wonderful here. Yeah, I think people will love the quality of this session here, which takes up the rest of this record. So you're going to get the same quality on side B of this record as well. From Swedish Radio, March 4th. Putting on side C next. So in the book you've got notes by Bob Blumenthal, new interviews with Sonny, also with Branford Marsalis, James Carter, Joe Lovano, James Brandon Lewis, Peter Brodsman. So you have a lot of great interviews and a lot of reading material there in the book. Right, I'm gonna put on side C, be a different location, different recording. Let's check out and see how that sounds and how it compares to this, which sounds very good. Right. Again, nothing wrong with that first track. It's just from a different venue, a different recording. Sounds okay. When you listen to the, of course, this second venue here, sound quality is much better. But again, with these kind of releases, this is to be expected, and it really shouldn't surprise anybody that you're going to get this variation. So, okay. Put on side C, which is yet again another coming from another venue. Go ahead and give this a little wipe off here. Even though these are very clean, there's really no debris on the record or anything that I can see. Like some of them, when you open them up, they got specks all over them. Leave your comments, folks, if you picked this up. I'd like to hear what you think of it so far. I've got a lot of Sonny Rollins records, so this is a welcome addition to the collection for sure. This is on an orange label here, so compared to the red label there. These are 33 RPM, so
it's
nothing
a
out
great pleasure to introduce you to the Swedish TV audience.
Thank you very much. I'd like to say hello to the...
This starts off with an interview.
Somebody told me that
Short
you are
interview.
not particularly fond of being looked upon as the creator of a new style of jazz. Is that true?
Oh, well, I don't really feel that I deserve the title of a creator in any respect. There are many other jazz men who should precede me, actually. You know, I'm just in the experimental stage and I have lots more to do.
I see. Sonny Rollins tycker knappast att han är förtjänt av den hederstitel som det innebär att vara skapare av en ny jazzstil. Han tycker att det finns så många andra jazzpersonligheter som är mera förtjänta utav den hederstiteln. I see that you have only bass and drums in your group.
Oh yes, just bass and drums.
No piano?
No piano, no.
Why?
Well, I find that bass and drums gives me the proper support that I need without the added chords that a pianist plays, which sometimes gets in my way and hinders my ideas. Of course, there are many fine piano players in jazz, and this is just for what I want to do at this particular time.
Yes, I see. Sonny Rollins förklarar trions sättning, utan piano alltså, med det att han tycker att piano kanske hindrar honom lite grann och att han gärna vill ha den kompletta frihet att improvisera utan några bindande harmonier. Well, I think that it's about time that you start playing.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I think we'll start with Duke Ellington's It Don't Mean a Thing, if it ain't got that swing.
Go right ahead.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2,
So definitely a difference in sound quality from the last one. So that rest of the record would have been the same sound, and now it changes with the beginning of this second record. It still sounds pretty good to me, but it's definitely different. So no surprise. So I'll let this play, this song. I'll flip the side over, go to side D, and that's going to be yet another venue. We'll go to Radio Studio Zurich here. On side D, we'll listen to that. You have less bass presence, less drum presence. It's just not quite as full sounding as the last Swedish radio. So And I think these kind of live recordings, just my personal opinion, is where it's nice to have an EQ. There's a lot of audiophile people out there that are total anti-EQ, and I'm totally not on board with that. I think it's nice to have an EQ, especially when you're listening to these kind of recordings where you have a nice amplifier where you can adjust your treble, your mid, or your bass. And especially when you're listening to variations, you can bump up your bass a little bit if you want to hear a little bit more, color things a little bit. And live recordings, I think, are those cases where it's nice to have an EQ. A nice little preamp to get is the Bellari preamp. On my last video, I talked about that where I did the clips review for the speakers, powered speakers. And that's a really nice $130 preamp that sounds pretty decent, that you can change your bass and your treble on. I think that's something nice for those out there who aren't hi-fi purists, that will be happy with a decent sounding preamp, something like this Fluence turntable.
Thank you
It's
very much.
something that's worth having, in my opinion. All right, so we have that. I'm going to flip the record over. Side D is going to take us to another radio show, I Remember You. I'll play that. Again, all live recordings from different places, some from radio studios, as this one is. So different already, I can tell the difference in sound quality here. But again, very pleasurable listening experience. So I think this is a little bit better than side C, a little bit clearer, a little more bass presence. Just listen to the playing though. Basically, you've got 4 more venues that are going to be recorded, that are going to be on these recordings. On side E, actually you're going to have the last song on this side, side D, you're going to have, you're going to start the next venue from Laren, Holland. That's going to take you through the first 2 songs of side E, which then you're going to go to Frankfurt, Germany. That's going to close out the rest of side E. You go to side F, G, and H, and you're going to be in a hot club in France. And so, rather than play all these for you guys, I'm sure everybody's probably, if you're still watching at 30 minutes, you're probably tired of listening to me talk or listening to these play at this point. I'm going to go ahead and throw on side F, which is going to be F, G, and H. And that's going to be from France. That will give you an idea of what the last record and a half will sound like, okay? But overall, you know, I have no regrets about buying this. Fantastic. These are just wonderful live records to kick back. And last night I had some people over and I played it through the powered speakers over in the bar area, and everybody enjoyed it. It was just a nice, you know, we're having a nice conversation, having this playing in the background, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So going to put on this blue record here, taking us to France, and we'll check that out and see what that sounds like for our final listening experience here. So stand by for that. Thanks for hanging out. Leave your comments if you picked up this set or if you've had it in a different format. Maybe you did buy that CD set. I have no idea what that sounded like. But this is certainly an enjoyable listen for those die-hard jazz fans that just are big Sonny Rollins fans. I think that this is definitely a hit, and I'm glad. I hope that Sonny puts more stuff out like this. I'm sure he's got tons of stuff that he hasn't had released. So I'd love to see what else he's got in the vaults, so to speak. And I'm sure there's got to be something out there that hasn't been released that he can go back and listen to and be happy with. And we would all be very happy to have more live Sonny Rollins, for sure. From any era. Okay. All right, so here we are coming from France, the last 3 sides, and that's pretty much, looks like one tune on here, Wouldn't You, which takes up this whole side. So I'm just going to start playing it, and we'll go out on this just to get an idea of what the sound quality is going to sound like on this last 3 sides. And again, lots of reading material. So again, noticeable difference for sure, but a little surface noise there, and you probably need to go back and wipe it off again on this one. All the records have been flat, so no issues there. Yeah, nothing wrong with these at all, this recording at all. Again, if it lacks anything, it lacks a little bass. You know, you can't hear the bass as well as you probably would want to, but again, if you have an EQ, turn your bass up a little bit. All right, folks, I'm leaving you with that again. Wonderful box set. Great live jazz. Great record. Sit back, have a glass of scotch or your favorite beverage, and I think everybody will be quite pleased with this. Next up, Rollins Vanguard. I will be comparing the sound quality to this one record version, but of course this new one. Get 3 LPs on the new release. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for joining me. Happy listening to all.